it's Kim, and I'm here today with my spoiler-free review of A Madness So Discrete by Mindy McGinnis. So in this video, I will not say or reveal anything that is not already on the inside flap. However, if you don't want to know what this book is about at all, not even the inside flap, because you just want to go in not knowing anything, which is totally fine, please don't watch this video because you'll be really disappointed. So on Goodreads, I gave this book 3 stars, and I will link my review for this book in the description below. So initially, I had really high hopes for this book. It was my Owl Crate book of the month I got in my monthly book subscription, and it was for the theme of the month was spooky, and it just really disappointed me that this book was advertised and marketed to me as it was going to be scary. That it was going to be, spooky. It came in my spooky package. I was expecting a spooky book. This book was not spooky. At all. I read some spooky books. They keep me up at night. I enjoy it. Oddly enough. It's really weird. I shouldn't enjoy books that keep me up at night, but I do. I also had really high hopes because the synopsis on the inside flap sounded like a really unique and interesting idea. So I was really excited to read this book, and I must say, overall, I was actually pretty let down by this book. So this book starts off with our main character, Grace, and Grace is in an insane asylum. She's been placed there by her family because she is pregnant, and while she is at the insane asylum, she refuses to talk. She can talk, but she refuses to use her voice to communicate anything with anybody. However, during a violent outburst, she's sentenced to the cellars of the asylum where it's very dark and damp and gross, and she's put there because they don't want to deal with her and they don't want other people coming to the asylum to see her. So they banish Grace to the cellars, and in the cellars is where she slowly learns to start talking to people again, and she meets a doctor and is quickly recognized to be possibly very useful because she is really good at remembering details from a scene, pays just extremely good attention to everything, and has a very good memory. That's kind of where the plot begins, with them recognizing how useful this girl could possibly be. And so the doctor she meets while down in the cellar concocts a plan to get her out of the insane asylum that she is currently in, because it is a very violent and not very humane place, and so they concoct a plan, they get her out of the insane asylum, and she becomes his assistant in helping him investigate, murder cases. So she's helping him to look for a murderer using deductive reasoning and her really good memory skills when she surveys the crime scene. So the best part of this book was definitely the characters. Grace, who is our main character, was incredibly witty and intelligent and really good to read about, and it was really good to read about her perspective. And it also had a really good cast of side characters who were funny, so they added a little bit of humor to the story, which was much appreciated, but they were also well-rounded characters. They were very distinct, they weren't all the same, they had different personalities. It was really nice, and I really love it when a book has excellent characters, and this book did that quite well. I just feel like they could have gone so many places with so many fantastic characters, and they just didn't. So this book also introduces a lot of really interesting science and psychology and the history of psychology, which I thought was really unique and something you don't see very often, especially in young adult books. So I found that very refreshing, and it could have gone somewhere really good, but it didn't. One of the main plot points in this book is their investigations of the murders that are going on in their town. And personally, I didn't find the murder investigations to be all that exciting. I wasn't invested in finding out who the murderer was. I just really felt like it was bland. It added nothing to the story. I felt like it added nothing to the story, and we could have went a completely different way with the plot, and it would have been a lot better. So regardless of me not really enjoying the middle portions or the murder investigations all that much, I was really satisfied with the ending of this book. So all in all, this book was pretty good. It definitely wasn't the worst book I've ever read, and it's definitely not even close to one of the best books I have ever read. Even close. The characters were excellent, the ending was satisfying, however, I just found that the plot was a little unorganized, unengrossing, and all over the place. And that's the end of my review, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and let me know down below if you've read this book and what you thought about it, because I love talking and debating things with people. It's fun. So comment down below if you've read this book. So that's everything, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.